When I tell y'all the bells are ringing, the bells are ringing. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Keisha, for those of you who are new here. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey girl, hey. And I feel confident saying, hey girl, hey, because in the past I would say, hey girl, hey, and hey boy, hey, if you are a guy and you're watching. So I checked my analytics today because I received a notification that my view count is up by 3,000K. So 3K. So my view count is up, and it was like I reached a new milestone. And if I sound a little stuffy or congested, yes, I feel sick. I am sick. I caught my daughter Jasmine and Lila's cold. They both flew down from New York, and I don't know if they caught a bug on the plane, but it has finally caught up with me. Of course, Lyla is always in her Mimi's face, and now I think the hubby, he said he's not feeling well right now, and he's already laying down for the night. But I checked my analytics, so I want to go ahead and pause before I get into it to say, if you are currently watching my channel and you aren't currently subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell. I would love to have you as a part of my family. My content focuses on lifestyle, home decor, and a little bit of travel. And so if you need a little update or info on lifestyle could be anything, just my daily life, what I do on a day-to-day, whether it be hobbies or, hobbies are just my everyday routine. It varies. It's different things that I can take you along for that are part of my lifestyle. So a lot of content creators love to say lifestyle because lifestyle covers a multitude of things. So you're not like boxed into a specific niche. So there you have it. So yeah, I wanted to go ahead and say that, and that's something that you're going to hear me say throughout my videos, in the beginning of my videos, if I remember, and I'm going to try to remember to say it in the middle, and also definitely at the end. And I usually include it at the end of my video to give a reminder to go ahead and like and subscribe. And another thing that I'm going to ask of you guys is if you could comment. So if you're commenting on my video in some form or fashion, whether you have something to say or not, you could simply respond by saying, hello, have a great week, or whatever. I comment. Sometimes I ask questions and I ask for you all's feedback, and sometimes I don't hear anything. There are very few that comment, but that will help me out so much as well. So if you're watching, and I'm seeing the views, so you're watching, I would love it if you would also comment, because I will dialogue back with you as well. So that keeps my engagement up. So anywho, as you all know, the last video that you saw, we traveled to Charlotte. It was our first Thanksgiving without my mom. And so we traveled to Charlotte, got together. My sister also celebrated her birthday yesterday, but we decided she had a dinner on Saturday in Raleigh. So we left Charlotte, traveled to Raleigh for the dinner, which was at 6 p.m. at Fleming's Steakhouse. Very nice restaurant. I've been there before. I don't think there's one here in Atlanta, but I've gone there before. I saw that Brio, also, if you're from the Raleigh area, I saw that Brio closed. And Joe, are you okay? Huh? What was that banging? Oh, must have been the washing machine. Okay. And so a friend of mine told me that Uncle Julio was out there. Uncle Julio's was out there as well. We did have one in Atlanta. My husband and I did go. It was in Midtown, not far from Ponce. when we first moved here, and I'm not sure if it's still there. I know I watched Braxton Family Values way back, and they were there eating, and I was like, oh, I would love to go, so we went. So I don't know if ours is still open, and I think was one in Sandy Springs, so I'm going to check it out because we love a good Mexican restaurant, but we have narrowed down one that's on the Beltline. It's called Real Tacos that we love. So anyway, my sister's dinner turned out really nice. Had a nice group of people that came, that she invited, maybe about 3 or 4 that were unable to attend, but other than that, it probably would have been really tight because it was tight. It was tight. So you had to reserve a room if you wanted to have a private dinner. Otherwise, you would be at a table, and then everybody probably would get their food at different times. But when you're having a private room, you know, you're paying to have that extra service, and so that everybody's food can come out on time, like your appetizers, your entree, and your desserts. So anyway, that's in the last video. If you haven't seen it, it's a travel vlog where we traveled to Charlotte for Thanksgiving. We also went to a, I was going to say a Hawks game, then I was about to say Falcons, but it was a Hornets game. So we went to see the Hornets. The last time I went to a game was when they were the Bobcats, and I'm going to tell you exactly why I remember it. My daughter Jasmine had turned 16. Her dad purchased us box office seats for her, my sister, my 2 girls, which are his daughters, me and my sister, her daughter, and 2 of her friends. And my throat is so dry. We had an awesome time. And then we stayed at the Marriott. So we didn't even have to drive to the stadium, because once we checked into the hotel, we did valet. The car stayed parked the entire time, except for when we went out to go to the mall or whatever. But for the game and for us once we got there, we had paid parking, which was valet. And it was so nice. And then, of course, you know, if you're in the box, your food, they actually came out and took our order, so really nice. So now they're the Hornets. So this lemon water is so good. So Lyla, what was special, if you follow me on Instagram, Lyla got an opportunity. My daughter's, one of her childhood best friends from North Carolina, Rena Wakama, she coached the girls basketball team for Nigeria, and she also is the assistant coach for the Chicago Sky. So when they came here to play the Dream, which is Atlanta's team, my daughter, she got them tickets, and my husband and I were supposed to go, but we were unable to. I don't know if we were out of town or something. But anyway, we were unable to attend because we had something else going on. And my granddaughter Lyla got to meet a couple of the players from the Dream and also from Sky. She got to take pictures with some of them, but one of the most popular players that everyone knows is, and she says her name too, like it just falls, she will never forget it, and I'm so happy that she got the opportunity to experience it. So thank you, Rena, my macaroni and cheese girl, because she used to come over to our house in Wake Forest and eat our leftover macaroni and cheese. And I'm not talking about the other macaroni and cheese. I'm talking about that not Kraft, but that Velveeta, because my husband loves it. If it was some leftover, she would kill it. But what is that girl's name? It'll come back to me and I'll tell y'all. But at the moment, it's not. So Lyla, she wanted one of these little dolls, and she got, I didn't know Seth Curry has a brother. So this is his brother, number 30, that plays for Charlotte. And as y'all know, he plays for Kansas, I think. No, he doesn't play for Kansas, please. Don't hold me to it. But anyway, and then my sister got her the little shirt with Ball. His name is Mellow. I think we're Mellow Ball. So she was like, and I want a shirt. And this little stuff is expensive. I don't know how much she paid for the shirt. But this little stuffed animal, let me tell you, $25 for this little stuffed animal. And we did superlatives for Thanksgiving, and I think I showed this in the last video, but it's too cute not to show it again. She has the one that, well, she was nominated as most likely to rule the kids' table, and right now it's just her and Noelle. So yeah, but as they say, Noelle will be in the tight running to take her spot soon. But yeah, that was Lila's little stuff. So we had a great time, and I was so excited, happy that my family was together. Though it was kind of sad, we pulled through. Thank you, God. We pulled through, and we were able to celebrate, and also, pay homage to my mom. And I know that she was, proud of us for us, continuing the legacy, or the tradition rather, of coming together for Thanksgiving. Now for Christmas we more than likely will not, because for the past couple of years, Thanksgiving and Christmas, except for last Christmas because my mother was hospitalized and I didn't go home till afterwards, because we were trying to schedule who would be there, so that when my brother Vincent and my sister went back to work, that if everybody was there at one time, and then it's like, oh, we have to leave and go back, then who would be there with my mom? So it's like, it was like a staggered thing, but it just took a turn for the worse, and so she never recovered, and she ended up passing on January the 19th. So she had an injury December the 23rd, 2 days before Christmas. So anyway, like I said, it's been kind of tough for us, but God has really been strengthening us. And another thing, we returned on Sunday, so we were there. We got there Wednesday morning about 9:30, and then my husband and I just stopped at Target because I just want to pick up little things for Lyla, like little personal stuff, underwear, t-shirts, socks, and stuff like that, so she could have, when she goes back home, and stuff like that, she could have when she was there. And yeah, grab a couple of PJs as well. So yes, we got back Sunday around 9 p.m. Traffic was horrible. And I say horrible, traffic was horrible. And there were like 4 accidents. So we had an issue here. We had a bad leak where the drain pan in the attic, which sits under the HVAC unit, everything, all the water, I don't know, it started leaking, and it came through in the ceiling. It damaged the wall in the bathroom as well as the ceiling, and it also damaged the vanity cabinet in the bathroom. It just swelled it up really big. And excuse me, adjacent to the bathroom is my granddaughter's room, and it damaged that wall and the flooring in there, which these floors are engineered hardwood. And so yeah, so what we're looking at, the insurance company, the abatement team came out. They put out a big dehumidifier, as well as these 2 big industrial fans. And when I tell you it sounded like we were in a warehouse for 3 days, it sounded like we were in a warehouse. I was so happy to see all of that stuff go, but that was a process because they had to dry the floor out, the wall out, and the ceiling. And then they pulled some of the damaged flooring to dry that up. Well, when they came out, we thought it was going to be a quick fix, as them just coming in, repairing the drywall and the ceiling, painting the bathroom, replacing the vanity, painting her bedroom, because the wall is damaged, and we want the whole room painted as well as the bathroom, because we don't want the paint to look different. You know how it is, old versus new. So when they came out, the adjuster, and one of them said it was laminate flooring, and then the final guy came out because he wanted to, I guess, see everything that needed to be done to give a timeline. He was like, I don't know where the mistake came in. This is definitely not laminate. This is engineered hardwood, so we have to go back to the original quote, which is $31,000, which the insurance is going to pay it minus the deductible. But that's a lot of money. And we were thinking that they were just going to be able to repair the flooring in that room, but they are going to have to replace all the flooring throughout the whole house, because when the house was built, so the house actually was a flip. They tore it down to the what do you call it, the studs. So it was torn down to the studs. So you might as well say it's the actual new build, because I was informed if they tear it down to the studs, it's pretty much a new build. The only thing that was left was the foundation. So that said, they laid the flooring seamless. So typically that's done when it is a new construction home. Otherwise, if they just repair that room, it is going to have one of those strips. That's the washing machine. I'm like, wait a minute, what is all this knocking I'm hearing? But it's a strip that would go across that would separate it, and we're not trying to do that. Also in the dining room area, that was the dining room where my desk is and where the tree is. We don't use it as a dining room because it's just us two, and we typically will sit to the island. And it works best for me for our office right now. We also have a bedroom that we use as an office as well. It also has a bed in there. But right now this works for us. This setup works for us. Lyla's room is on hold as far as the decorations go, because of course they're going to take flooring up. And I went on and put my tree up and decor out in this area, because even talking to him, he was like, oh, it's no worries, because the way we're going to move it, we're going to move furniture to one side, and then once we put flooring down, we're going to move it back to the other side. The only part that pains me is it also goes in the closets. It's 3 closets for the 3 bedrooms, and we're going to have to move everything out of the closets and put everything back in the closet. So yeah, and there's a dresser in our closet. So yeah, but anyway, I am going to still put Lyla's tree up. It depends on that timeline. The engineered hardwood that we selected is Shaw, so hopefully it's in stock. They said it should take 3 days. If it takes 3 days, they get it in and it takes 3 days. My plan is to still put Lyla's tree up. I don't take down my decor to after Old Christmas, which is the 5th or the 6th. I think it's the 6th. But I will leave the decor up. She does not leave to go back home until the 4th, because she has to be back to school on January the 5th. But anyway, I'm going to show y'all the damage, and I'll probably end it. So yes, I am participating in VLOGMAS. So this is the first video for VLOGMAS. And I'm going to do 1 video a week. That's what I used to do in the past, if I didn't already say that. So in essence, you'll get 2 videos. The normal video that I either upload on a Thursday or Friday, and then the VLOGMAS video. But I'm just going to surprise you. I don't know. But let's go ahead and take a look at this, these 2 spaces. Okay, my good peeps. The first space that I'm going to show you is the bathroom. So let me show you the bathroom. And yeah, so as you can see here, the vanity was here. This is where the vanity was, and all behind here got wet, and they had to rip all this out. Even here you can see where the like it's buckling, rather. I'm saying buckled, but buckled. And even the wall, I hope you can see it, but if you, the way I'm holding the camera, you should be able to see that. And it goes all the way into the crevice, and it buckled there too. And so they also had to take up the baseboard. So the baseboard has been removed as well. And so when I woke up that morning, I heard water, and I thought my husband left the water on in the sink. And the water was coming from here. So this vent right here, which is the exhaust fan, the water was coming from there. And I was like, what is going on? And you see how it's not flush to the ceiling anymore? that was from the pressure of the water. And when I say the pressure of the water, the pressure of the water. And so now I'm going to turn this way because I want to show you the ceiling. So that's what we're looking at right now. And you can see water spots going that way, like towards where the back of the shower curtain is. So they're going to have to paint the whole bathroom. And so that's it. We're missing this whole piece of the ceiling, and what you're looking at is the attic. So that has to be replaced. Where the blue tape is where they tested it for asbestos. There's the sink here, so we will be getting another cabinet for here, but they salvaged the sink. And I don't know why they salvaged the doors, because I don't know, but anyway, they did. So then now we will take a look in Lila's room. And yeah, so when I came in here, because when I saw that it was buckling on the wall there, something told me to come in here and check the wall. That was the first thing that I noticed. So if you can see, you see how the paint sagged because it buckled. I mean, when it buckled, it was like a bubble. And we actually my husband took a tip of a knife to release the pressure in the bathroom and in here. And so then right here, she had this egg chair. This egg chair was there, and also this little kitchen set, which Lyla is too tall for now. So yeah, stay tuned. Ooh, I'm about to trip over this wood. Stay tuned for all of that. That's her Christmas tree. Those are her, that's the Christmas tree in that away box. But that's her ornaments and other stuff in the other two boxes. Yeah, it says Lila's Christmas decorations. But I don't know what's in the other away box, but maybe it's decorations as well, because that's what's in this one. And then this box, it must be as well the same, but the tree is here. But anyway, this is what it's looking like, so it has to be replaced. And that blue tape is where they tested as well. There is no asbestos. So as I'm saying, if they're going to paint this wall, they're going to paint this whole room, because I don't want the room to not match. And yeah, so it's not much, but yeah, they're gonna paint this entire room. Absolutely. And all of this stuff y'all are gonna see go away, because she's a big girl now. And no, she never slept in this bed other than when friends spent the night, but she did not. But yeah, that's what we're looking at in here, and all of this is going to be replaced. So yeah, and like I said, I am going to decorate her tree, so stay tuned for that.